Today would be a big travel day for us as we made our way from Kejimkujik National Park down to Yarmouth to catch the ferry. But before that, we took a nice walk along the river and made a video for Emma and Oren. Hi, Emma. Hi, Oren. It's your Nana.
And Gramps.
It's so cold this morning, we might shiver, but it is so beautiful hiking by this river. We hope you have a wonderful day. We love you.
Bye.
Bye. Our first stop was the town of Digby, the scallop capital of the world, where we had a nice lunch in a small cafe and took a walk around the town. The first lighthouse of the day was in Weymouth, and then we drove on to Mavelet Provincial Park, where we got a nice walk on the beach before heading out to the westernmost point in Nova Scotia, where we saw St. Mary's Lighthouse. The Cape Fortune Lighthouse in Yarmouth was definitely the most impressive of all of the lighthouses we toured, and it was surrounded by the Leif Erikson Trail that gave you great views of the harbor, boats coming in and out. Now, we're not sure if Leif Erikson ever actually walked on the trail, but hey, we walked on it. Then we spent the night at a brewery nearby in anticipation for our ride on the ferry the next day. There's our ferry, the Cat, a 3.5-hour ride back to Bar Harbor, Maine. We had a wonderful trip. The ferry was really comfortable, and we got to look at the Cape Fortune Lighthouse one more time as we left Yarmouth Harbor. And then as we arrived in Bar Harbor, we could see Cadillac Mountain in the distance. Before the ferry had even been tied up at the dock, we were making plans to go biking. Mark did a little bit of bike maintenance, and then we were off onto the carriage trails for a 15-mile ride all around the Jordan Pond, Bubble Pond, and on up to the amphitheater. We saw beautiful views, and we had a lovely night in Bar Harbor for dinner. The next morning, one of us got up for the sunrise, and then we headed into the town of Bar Harbor to walk out on the sandbar that appears at low tide and allows you to reach the island out in the harbor. We climbed to the top of the hill for a magnificent view of the town, but don't worry, we made it back across the sandbar before the tide came in. After breakfast and a chance to sit by the water playing Pokemon Go, we decided to go over to Southwest Harbor and hike Acadia Mountain. It was a great hike because there were lots of rock scrambles and cool staircases, and of course the view from the summit was gorgeous. We hung out up there for a while, and after descending, we decided to go back to our campground and take a rest in Stan. After we got our second wind, we decided to go on our bikes over to the nearby Lobster Pound for one more Maine lobster dinner before we head home. The next morning, we broke up the trip by stopping at Gould Academy for Mark to mountain bike and for me to hike. It's always a nice feeling to reach the Vermont border and realize that you're home after a wonderful trip. Emma and Oren videos to follow. Hey, Gramps.
Hey, Nana.
Guess what?
What?
We've completed our lighthouse tour. This is the last one we're going to see. Slap me 5. So glad to be alive. Hi, Emma. Hi, Oren. It's your Nana.
Hey, Gramps.
Hey, Gramps, I have a question for you.
What's that?
Would you rather drive home or take a boat?
I vote for the ferry boat.
You vote for the ferry boat? Me too. Woo! Love you, bye. Hi, Emma. Hi, Oren. It's your Nana.
And Gramps.
We're in Bar Harbor, Maine. And look how far we can walk on this sand bar.
When it's low tide.
Yes, right now it's low tide in Bar Harbor. We're going to walk from the town all the way out to that island. Do you see that island? We'll take pictures from when we're out there.
But And in 2 hours.
In 2 hours, this will be water.
This will be all underwater.
Yeah, we've been showing you a lot about tides on this trip. Low tide means there's a lot more land you can walk on. All right, goodbye. We will see you soon. We only have one more day. Love you. Bye. Hi, Emma. Hi, Oren. It's your Nana.
And Gramps.
We have nowhere else to roam, and we're happy to be home. We love you. Bye.